Should Arsenal Football Club sign Monaco's Youssouf Fofana? As we know, Arsenal have a rich history when it comes to French football players. Is it time to add to that? As I said his name, step forward Youssouf Fofana. As you know, he currently plays his trade at Monaco Football Club as they attempt to qualify for the Champions League this season. He has 1 year left on his contract, is a French international, is someone within the world of football that is highly regarded, and I'm sure you lot feel the same way. Let me know your thoughts on him. He's made it clear he is open to a move away at the end of this season. I actually did a video on him 4 years ago. Check out that video as well, folks. Since then, he's gone from strength to strength. You know, since the last time, the now 25-year-old is in his 4th season at Monaco and finds himself once again trying to help them qualify for the Champions League before, I'm sure, he hopes to join Didier Deschamps' Le Blues or French side for the Euros in this upcoming summer. Today, at the time of making this video, he has 29 appearances so far in Liga and has 3 goals and 4 assists. But we all know when you look at someone like Youssouf Fofana, you would not look at goals and assists as a strong point for someone of his skill set. In my opinion, he's best as a box-to-box midfield player. You know, he can play as a 6 and as an 8. It's obviously a bit different. He's got a wonderful skill set in terms of his technical level, his ability to manipulate the ball, his the way he protects the ball as well. But I think he's, you know, 2 of his strengths would probably be his engine, the box-to-box dynamism he provides, and his ability to win the ball back. Now, he's never going to be the greatest technical footballer in your team, but I do think his technical level is great. I just don't necessarily feel that would be how I describe him, people. As we know, playing in his position, he's required to bear a lot of responsibility in possession, and as he would have to do that at Arsenal Football Club, and I do believe Mr. Fofana does that with ease. At the time of making this video, using a small sample size, at a point in his career, he actually ranked closer to the top 20% for progressive passes per 90 minutes. As you know, the French international attempts, or did at some point, attempted 6.35 progressive passes per 90, and he is successful in that than any of his teammates. So you could argue he mimics Thomas Partey in that regards. He stands at 5'9". He's tall with a commanding presence, and he's a very versatile midfielder who is currently contributing significantly to what Monaco are doing and in the minutes he plays for France, people. Last season, he averaged 8.14 ball recoveries. He ranked in the top 8% in that regards. He was averaging 2.34 progressive carries, which put him in the 87th percentile. Where you look at carries into the final third, he had 2.75. So again, where you look at the Odegaards, the Sakas, the Martinellis, the Jesuses, the Kai Havertzes, hopefully a winger or a striker, in terms of that middle third, he displays himself as someone that would be a great partner for Declan Rice, a great option in the squad, and someone that could bear the blunt of kind of connecting to a degree the midfield to the final third and letting our final third players do the damage, people. I think he's a quality player. He's comfortable orchestrating play. I wouldn't describe him as, you know, he's not a Gundogan sort of type or De Bruyne in that regards. As I said, not to downplay his technical level, but I think he's more industrious than I would praise, you know, his strengths being technically, even though, again, throughout the course of this video, I'm going to keep saying it, do not doubt him, people. He's comfortable at orchestrating play, anchors the midfield. He provides us, or could provide us, with physicality and the ability to regain possession. He could actually be the perfect partner to free up Declan Rice in that 8 position. And as we know, Declan Rice in several interviews has spoken about how Mikel Arteta is changing his thinking in that regards. Once upon a time, he had a great partnership with Monaco, a former Monaco player, Tchouaméni, who's obviously now at Real Madrid. If I was to find potential cons, I'd say at times I think he's a bit too safe in his passing. Probably doesn't have the passing range of Thomas Partey, and clearly not Jorginho, but there has been steady progress year in, year out, people. I do want to see more from him in that regards, but I would describe him as a ball carrier versus a dribbler. He does tend to pick up a lot of cards, people. I guess that is a product of his tigerish approach, but these are things that could improve, people. Last season, he attempted 2.61 take-ons per 90 and had a very decent success rate of 52%. But those runs pose a goal threat for the opposition. Apparently, he ranked at 0.21 per 90 when you're leading to shots on goal. He was also in the 88th percentile. So that shows you sometimes he can go to sleep in the middle of the park. And, you know, sometimes when he gets into the middle third, the decision making isn't necessarily the best, people. He's famed for his physical Paris, and his ability to regain possession in the middle third. I believe what could potentially set him apart is his remarkable ability to deceive and outwit opponents. He does quick ball switches, spins, has an array of body feints. You know, when you couple these techniques with physical Paris, it makes him nearly impervious to pressing in the heart of the pitch, where again, being press resistant or playing in tight spaces and under pressure, quick turnovers both in defense and attack. These are transferable skills that he's displaying at Monaco and at Strasbourg previously, and obviously stuff that we do at Arsenal Football Club. So to a degree, I believe it's a match made in heaven, people. He does play at times this lovely, lofty ball over the opposition's defense, which completely bypasses their midfield and back line, which he could do on a more consistent basis. He finds his forwards on a regular basis as well. I do think his long range passing is great. As we know, Mikel Arteta isn't keen on consistent long balls over the top, really. So I think there's a lot of transferable skills, you know, especially where you look at distributing the ball to both flanks, that, you know, capitalizing on the run of his teammates, quick change of play and forward ball movement significantly would allow, you know, him to excel and contribute to our team's swift attacking build-up players. You know, we can kill teams in probably 3-4 passes, or with that Raya's passing range now, probably even less. I mean, where you look at him as well, I would describe him as fearless, man. You look at the way he approaches challenges. He's a player Arsenal fans would fall in love with, in my opinion. He throws his body in front of opponents. He utilizes his physical presence, but doesn't rely on that to regain possession or force the opposition to commit fouls. He's very skillful at altering his body, as said. He's good at utilizing the football. He's good at shielding the ball. He's got a very good first touch to evade danger and beat his opponents. He's a thinker's man's footballer, in my opinion. We also did see at the Emirates live with our own eyes when we played Monaco last year, what he could do. He's got a year left on his deal, people. And where you look at some of the other midfielders we've been linked with, you know, Bruno Gomares, Douglas Luiz, etc., they're going to cost significantly more than the alleged 25 to 30 million pounds asking price of Fofana. And, you know, where Fofana's concerned, he's got a year left on his deal versus the others. I don't know if we'll go for him. I think Mikel Arteta and Arsenal probably have admiration for him, but I don't know if there'll be an impending move. But he has a year left on his contract. He's probably going to have a lot of admirers. Is probably, as we speak and make this video, where you lot are concerned listening, is probably fielding offers and utilizing the offers in front of him to guide himself into the next step of what he wants to do in his career. And one thing I like about him, where you could actually extend this to, I guess, Declan Rice for getting released, Eddie Nketiah for getting released, Odegaard for having to deal with the wonder kid kind of tag from a young age, and indirectly Kai Havertz. He displays resilience. You know, Saka is completely different, but he's shown a lot of resilience in an Arsenal shirt. I do think that is a key character trait that Mikel Arteta is looking for. You know, such is life. He finds himself playing for France at the highest level, playing in the top division, obviously earning a lot of money as a professional footballer. But once upon a time, people, he had to bounce back from getting released early in his career, and he was working part-time delivering pizzas. So that sense of opportunity, that want to realize your potential and work hard every day, again, these are transferable skills that Mikel Arteta would like. He's far from the finished product. He's well all-rounded. He's got a great foundation. He's far from the finished product. But what he could present is a low-cost operation, which could prove smart for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta and give us a long-term option to partner Declan Rice, or a long-term collective midfield option that us Arsenal fans would like. But, you know, that's my 2 pence. Would you take him? Would you not? Are you a fan of Fofana? Are you not? What are the pros and cons? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, people, stay safe, stay blessed. Check out the rest of the content. Peace.
First,